What if I told you that the biggest risk in life isn't taking risks at all? Think about it. Playing it safe might just be the most dangerous move you can make. Today we're diving deep into why avoiding risk is actually the fastest way to lose in business, investing, and life. Welcome back to Wildpod X. I'm Tony. Today's 13th of February 2025. Let's get into today's market update. Bitcoin is sitting at 97,000, Ethereum is at 2,700, and Coinbase stock is up by 3%, now trading at 274. The fact that Bitcoin continues to move sideways just reinforces one thing: don't try to predict the price. If you take away Bitcoin's top 10 pumping days each year, all you're left with is an asset that moves sideways. But those 10 days are where fortunes are made. The problem is nobody can time it perfectly. If you miss those, you miss the massive upside. That's why staying in the market matters way more than timing the market. Look at the technicals. Bitcoin's bull market support band is now at around $88,000. Back in November, when Bitcoin first touched this price zone, it was extremely overbought. Now, with RSI and other indicator cooling off, we could be setting up for another breakout soon. Let's talk about risk, or better yet, the risk of taking no risk. Jeff Bezos once said, "I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not trying." That right there is the essence of risk-taking. Most people think playing it safe means staying secure, but in reality, avoiding risk is the fastest way to ensure you never get anywhere. Look at Amazon. When Bezos started it, people thought selling books online was a stupid idea. He quit his Wall Street job, took a massive risk, and the rest is history. But if he played it safe, he'd just be another guy in finance, crunching numbers and wonder what if. This applies to investing too. If you're too scared to invest, you're actually losing money every day thanks to inflation. That's why risk is necessary. The real game is knowing which risks are worth taking and which aren't. I'm currently reading the book The 4-Hour Workweek. Tim Ferriss put it perfectly. Inaction is the greatest risk of all. Ferriss argued that most people let fear of failure stop them from taking actions. Whether it's quitting a job they hate, starting a new business, or making bold financial move. They think that playing it safe, staking with the known path, they're avoiding risk. But in reality, doing nothing is often far more dangerous than taking a calculated leap. He gives multiple examples in his book. One of the stories I like the most is about a lawyer who spent years in a high-paying but soul-crushing job. The fear of losing financial stability kept him from pursuing his dream of starting a surf school in Brazil. But when he finally took the risk and left his job, he realized something powerful. Even if he failed, he wouldn't end up on the street. He could always just go back to law or find another way to make money. Instead, his business flourished, and he ended up making way more money than ever, while living the life he actually wanted. The author of the book also introduced the concept of deferred life plan. The idea that most people work endlessly, saving up for retirement, and postponing happiness until they're too old to enjoy. He argued that this is one of the biggest risks people can take. They gamble their entire lives on the idea that they will have time, they will have health, and they will have energy to do what they love later. But in a lot of cases, later never comes. One of the exercises he mentioned is called fear setting, where he encouraged people to write down the worst case scenario if they take a risky action. And most of the time, people realize that the actual worst case, maybe just losing some money or having to find another job, is nowhere near as bad as they imagined. And yet, the potential upside, financial freedom, happiness, excitement, adventure, they're all life-changing. People fear investing in stock, Bitcoin, crypto, starting a new business because they're afraid of losing the money. So they end up doing nothing, keeping their savings in cash, or even worse, no saving, just spend them all. But with inflation eroding their purchasing power year after year, their inaction actually guarantees financial losses over time. The real risk isn't making an investment that might go down. It's not investing at all and watch all your money lose value. So again, investing in Bitcoin, crypto, or stock, they all require some level of risk. But historically, those who take the calculated risk and stay in the game are the ones who come out on top. The actual danger isn't investing in Bitcoin at $97,000. The real danger is ignoring it, waiting forever, is watching it hit 250k, 300k, while you're still stuck on the sidelines. So if you take anything away from today's video, let it be this: playing it too safe is the riskiest thing you can do. Bezos knew it. Varys knew it, and every successful investor knew it. The question is, do you? Let's get into today's top news. The first news, Bitcoin's liquidity is drying up fast. Over 2.5 billion Bitcoin has left crypto exchange, setting up what could be a historic supply squeeze, according to on-chain data. This is the lowest exchange Bitcoin balance since early 2018. When Bitcoin is held off exchange, it's usually signal that investors are not looking to sell anytime soon. Hopefully just like me and you. With the demand from institutional investor growing, this could set the stage for a massive price shock. Less Bitcoin available to buy means when demand spike, prices can go vertical. This kind of supply squeeze is exactly what leads to Bitcoin's explosive moves in the past bull runs. And if history repeat, we might be on the edge of something big. The second news. Meanwhile, New York is making move on crypto regulation. A new bill has been introduced to establish a crypto study task force that will analyze the impact of digital asset on the state financial system. This task force will dive into how crypto can be integrated into mainstream finance, potential risk to investor, and the feasibility of a state-issued digital currency. While regulations can sometimes spook the market, this kind of government acknowledgement could also mean that crypto is becoming too big to ignore. If the findings are positive, we might see more institutional adoption coming from the financial capital of the world. The third news. Lastly, the Federal Reserve is finally talking stablecoins. Fed Governor Christopher Waller has called for a clear framework allowing banks to issue their own stablecoin. This could be a game changer for both the crypto market and the traditional finance. Right now, stablecoins like USDT and USDC dominate the space, but if major banks start to issuing their own, they could legitimize the crypto in a way we've never seen before. Of course, the big question is, will these bank-backed stablecoins compete with or replace the current ones? If they become widely adopted, they could reduce the reliance on decentralized option. But at the same time, they might also attract a wave of new users who feel safer using a bank-regulated digital asset. Either way, this is a space to watch closely. That's a wrap for today's episode. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for daily update. Stay invested, and I'll see you tomorrow.